In a world that just never seems to stop, have you ever wondered if there's, a secret to finding some real, genuine peace? Well, today we're going to dive into an ancient Zen story that has a timeless answer to that very modern problem.
Yeah, that question probably hits home, right? Your phone's buzzing, you've got deadlines, and that endless scroll of information just never stops. It can feel totally impossible to find a quiet moment. But what if the solution isn't about escaping all that noise, but actually finding stillness right in the middle of it?
So our story kicks off with a pretty familiar search for wisdom. We've got this young, earnest disciple, someone a lot like us, just looking for answers in a super noisy world. And his teacher is this amazing Zen master named Kodo, a guy famous for his completely unshakable sense of peace.
And there it is, the big question. It feels like it could have been asked this morning, but it's from an ancient text. And notice, he's not asking how to escape the world, but how to live peacefully within it. And that little distinction, it's everything.
Okay, so Master Kodo, he doesn't just hand over a simple 5-step plan. Nope. Like all the wisest teachers, he answers with a parable, a story that's designed to unpack a much deeper truth. And this is the absolute crucial point right here. It's actually a pretty radical idea. He's saying that true peace isn't found on some remote mountaintop somewhere, but right here, in the middle of our chaotic lives. It's an internal skill, not some external place you have to get to. And this is where the teaching really comes to life. To make this big, abstract idea totally concrete, Kodo uses this powerful, everyday image that honestly we can all instantly get.
He invites his student, and really, he's inviting us too, to visualize the mind as a pond. It's such a simple but really profound metaphor for understanding our own inner state. So just think about it for a second. Your mind, right now, is a body of water.
So when your mind is calm, like still water, your perception is crystal clear. You see reality exactly as it is. All the beauty, the details, the truth of the moment. Everything is reflected perfectly. But what happens when that wind of stress or anger or anxiety starts blowing across that pond? Well, the reflections shatter, right? You can't see anything clearly anymore. And that's exactly what happens to our perception when our minds are in chaos. We end up reacting to distorted images, not to reality itself. So it really all boils down to this simple contrast. A disturbed mind leads directly to a distorted view of the world, period. But a still mind, that allows for clear perception. The state of your inner pond literally determines the reality you experience.
Okay, so getting the metaphor is a great first step, but the disciple knew that that just wasn't enough. He had to actually put this wisdom into practice. So the real question is, how do you calm the waters of your own mind?
The disciple began a really dedicated practice. He didn't just hear the words, he really lived with them. He started making stillness and mindfulness a daily habit, consciously quieting all that internal noise. And this wasn't some quick fix, but a consistent training of the mind.
And guess what? It worked. Slowly but surely, through that consistent practice, his inner world started to change. He wasn't just calmer, he was more centered. He was actually able to navigate the chaos of the world without his own pond getting constantly disturbed.
And this, right here, is the ultimate outcome of his practice. His mastery of inner stillness became so complete that he eventually stepped into his teacher's shoes, becoming a source of wisdom himself and passing this incredible teaching on to a whole new generation. So what does this ancient story really mean for us right here, right now? What's the core takeaway from Master Kodo's wisdom that we can actually use? So let's break that down. First, stop looking for an escape. Real peace is found right here inside you. Second, remember that a calm mind isn't an empty mind, it's a clear one, and that leads to way better decisions. Third, this is a skill, and it absolutely requires consistent practice. And finally, your own peace can have this powerful ripple effect, inspiring the people around you.
So, when we're talking about inner stillness, this is exactly what we mean. It's not about an absence of noise on the outside. It's about building this quiet center within you, a kind of resilience that lets you stay calm and clear no matter what the world throws at you.
And that leaves us with one final thought to just ponder. If you could quiet all those ripples of distraction and anxiety, even for just a moment, and let the waters of your mind become truly still, what clarity, what beauty, what truth would be reflected there for you to see?